You think 40 buttons are enough for my arcade stick? With the way that the FGC is going, you're gonna need at least 106. Anyway. Hello, chat! How you all doing? Are you all doing well? The Invincible fighting game was announced yesterday, if I remember correctly. It's called Invincible versus the Xbox Showcase. It came out of fucking nowhere. Like, you gotta understand, chat room. I have friends who don't play fighting games sending me this trailer being like, what the fuck is going on? Different friends from the ones who sent me the Marvel Tokon trailer telling me that we're so fucking back. I felt nothing of that trailer. It is a very strange trailer. The start is actually sick as fuck. Yeah, like, this bit all looks really good. We see the gameplay, and... Right. To give the developers credit, it is extremely hard to animate someone who is floating and give them weighty-looking moves. Like, this attack looks kind of silly. Even in motion, it all looks a bit weird. Because there's nothing to properly anchor yourself on. I think, right, this is the big thing. This is being made by people who really know about fighting games. Like, this is being made by ex-members of the KIT, which I think is giving a lot of people trust in the project. I think a lot of people are washing away their doubts a little bit because they hear the KI developers. And in fact, we actually got a bit more news on it. Thanks to our good friends over at Evo FGC. They've done a little documentary behind the scenes about the new development team. So, I haven't watched this. I've been keeping myself specifically unaware of what it is because I wanted to watch it with you guys. I wanted to use this as a springboard to talk about the game and other things. Is this a throwaway game? We'll see. We'll see. We got a lot to talk about anyway.
I think one of the key
oh my god, what the fuck? Wait.
Be it the comic or the show.
Sorry.
Is the
I don't want to like keep pausing it. Why did that look so fast? Jesus, Mark! Are you on 2 times? No, that's normal.
Environments is how we make them feel because you have the same sort of body type, the same.
Why don't you guys bring some of KI into Attack Fighter? Because that's never been done.
What do you mean by like KI?
Which is like
combo breakers? Did you just say just fucking die? Oh my god, they got fatalities. Thank you, hour of silence broken by a fucking pipe sound. Alright, so where to begin? Because there is quite a bit to actually unpack here. Obviously, with them saying the KI devs, they brought up KI quite a bit, saying that they want to bring old KI mechanics into this. Is it here? No, this seems like a super. It is. What the fuck is this? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? It's not a burst. It's an arm. It's a counter tag. They come in the moment the assist hits them. And that's not the assist anymore. That's the point. And then they just buff that shit off. What does KI mean? KI? Yeah, KI is Killer Instinct. In fact, so let's get everyone on the same page. Because there's a very good chance that some of you don't know about Killer Instinct 2013. So let me get some like tournament footage up or something. It's not like 2013 was over 10 years ago. Yeah, it's not like 2013 was over 10 years ago or anything. This is Killer Instinct. This game was made for the Xbox One. It was an Xbox One exclusive for the longest time. And it is generally considered by several people in the fighting game community to be one of the best fighting games ever made. What you're seeing right now, this is not just the whole game. This is the Ultra system, in which, after you beat the opponent, you can kind of just, like, beat the shit out of them. KI was very good for stuff like this. Like, playing Killer Instinct felt fucking amazing. is pretty fucking cool. The reason that several people's ears perked up the moment they heard from the 2013 KI devs, good reason. Like, Killer Instinct 2013, the only reason it wasn't bigger than it was, which it was still pretty fucking big, but the only reason it wasn't bigger than it was is because, it was an Xbox exclusive. Like, if you didn't own an Xbox, you couldn't play Killer Instinct. It eventually got a PC port. But, yeah, KI was completely free as well. Like, KI was, as far as I know, the first, like, freemium fighting game where you could play characters on a weekly rotation, and then you just pay for them. So, like, KI was free? Yeah. You could buy, like, editions of the game, which would give you all the characters. But KI itself was free. If you just wanted to play KI, you could just play KI. In fact, it still is. I'm pretty sure if you go on the Xbox store now, you can just download a version of KI for free. It's like Granblue. It kind of is, yeah. But it's better than Granblue. Because if you want to... Hey, chat, remember when I'm like, in Granblue, hey, if you just want to buy one character, you should be able to buy one character? Do you know what game that is? KI is kind of big. KI is fucking awesome. Yeah, KI is an amazing game, but it is also, like... fucked. This game was absolutely fucking loved by the people who played it at the time. For multiple good reasons. Like, KI is a very mind-gamey game. You kind of gotta be on the ball with shit, and you gotta always be focused up, because if you're not, you're just gonna get fucked. You are gonna get absolutely fucked up. So I think a lot of people are really looking forward to this game within the FGC entirely because of, like, the development team behind it. Killer Instinct is mostly known for the combo breaker, where if you're in the middle of the combo and someone does a normal or a special move of a certain strength, so light, medium, or heavy, if you press both of your attack buttons that correspond to that, you will break out of the combo. What happens here is this Kanra is getting comboed in the corner. He goes for a combo breaker from the super, and the Maya counter breakers. Like, this is a very mind-gamey game. The developers who worked on it did an absolutely amazing job. But there is a couple things that I think some people are worried about. Try to convince someone who's never played Killer Instinct that this is good. Because they're not going to know, right? They're going to look at this game, and they're going to think it looks like an Invincible fighting game. Definitely. It looks a little complicated. It's a tag game. And it would be fine. It would be okay. You know, if it's like, I mean, you know, Invincible doesn't have that much of a draw, but it is still a popular franchise. People still like Invincible. I think people would be interested in Invincible game. It looks very NRS. It does look quite NRS flowy. I think that's because the characters are constantly flying, but also there's not really much you can do there. It's just a slight problem. The point isn't the fact that we're comparing views and saying, oh, Invincible is Invincible's completely fucked because it has million less views. No, the problem is the market has suddenly gone from we now have one tag game to worry about to we are having 4 in relatively quick succession from each other. Is it later this month or later next month? People are going to start nenning it up. Middle of next month, Hunter x Hunter comes out. Sometime between Hunter x Hunter coming out and next year, we're hopefully going to get 2XKO. Then next year, we're guaranteed to get not only Marvel Tokon, but also Invincible Versus. And we've gone from having this issue where there's no tag games. We have one to focus on, and people are like, it's going to be the de facto. If you want to play tag game, you're going to play 2XKO. If you don't want to play tag game, you're not going to play 2XKO. It's gone from being the de facto to now the market is kind of oversaturated. There's already too many games. I hope it doesn't release near Tokon so it can get its spotlight. That's also something that a lot of people are worried about. Because, chat, and here's the reason I'm really worried about it. Do you remember the last time that we had too many tag games in the market? A lot of people have probably heard about this story, but I don't know if you guys know how brutal it actually was. Cross Tekken after Cross Tekken. MvCI DBFZ. Someone's on the ball already. Someone's already on the ball. Chat room. 2017. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 has not had any news in the longest time. The longest time. And we suddenly get this. This is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which, if you don't know, was, and still is, the latest addition to Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't even think this is the first trailer. I'm pretty sure this is, like, the game is release trailer. Right, they make Morgan Scottish because Morgan's Scottish. People were excited for this game. Like, a little bit. People were a little bit excited for this game. But then, as someone has already pointed out, we got this. This was just the first sign of danger. And Capcom, it's a really messy development. A lot of things happened. That is all basically ancient history now. But Capcom was really relying on one thing. And one thing more than anything else. They were relying entirely on the fact that the market had nothing. If you wanted to play a tag game, the only tag game that you could play was MvCI. Yeah. This game fucked up everything. This game absolutely fucked over Capcom. You forgot they released around the same time? You've forgotten a lot, apparently. As you can see, chat, it looks amazing. That's all it really needed to do. Capcom flaked out. They unfortunately didn't have the budget to make the game look pretty. And then Arxis shows up with Dragon Ball characters that look as good as the anime that you remember when you were a kid. It peaked. But also, the fucking bad blood between these two, it was fucking brutal. It is not an understatement to say that Dragon Ball FighterZ was out for fucking blood. MvCI released to the public on the 12th of June 2017, in the middle of the year. Can you guys guess when Dragon Ball FighterZ had its first public beta? Same week, the exact same week. The exact same. Dragon Ball FighterZ looked at MvCI. They saw when it was coming out, and they said, fuck you. And it was gone. That was it. Literally the nail in the fucking coffin. Letting people try a different versus game was enough for MvCI to get the reputation that it has still to this day. If you ask most people in the FGC, they will tell you that MvCI is a dumpster fire. That it is terrible, unplayable garbage. Is that true? Probably not. I don't know. I've not played a lot of it. But it absolutely fucking buried it. It wasn't even close. And that was 2 games. That was 2 different tag games. And only one of them made them on the docket for the Evo that year. We have 4! Granted, that's not the full story. BB Tag also kind of ended up getting snubbed a little bit. But that's for completely different reasons. That's because people didn't like BB Tag. Because BlazBlue players didn't like BB Tag. But that's we don't worry about that. It also made it on the Evo docket. So, like, fuck it, who cares? But we've gone from 2 big players in the same subgenre to now having at least 2 big ones. Possibly 3. I'm so sorry, Nen Impact lovers. If you are a fucking Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact lover, let me put it in perspective. The story that I just told, you know the little ending bit where I said BlazBlue got snubbed? You're BlazBlue. I don't know how to tell you this bit. You guys are BB Tag. A different timeline, right? A different timeline. We'd have been netting it up and 2x-KOing it down, but unfortunately, FighterZ is still appearing on the main stage in majors. It is. Like, a good game with a good IP property behind a good developer, it can go a long fucking way. All I'm gonna say, chat, I believe that fighting games can coexist pretty easily. I do. I genuinely do. Tag games have had a history of cannibalizing each other. Like, pretty badly. So, while I think it's not necessarily over. And I think the best way to look at this is for cakes. There is a good chance that now that the market has so many tag games where to be fair, it's not even net impact that I'm worried about. I'm worried about 2XKO. Like, genuinely. Dude, 2XKO has been taking its sweet-ass time. And in fact, it's releasing in a market they did not expect. And it's like, holy shit. Next week, a 5th tag fighter? 2XKO can be the only free-to-play one. It could be. The Invincible game might be free-to-play. We never know. Like, we don't know. We don't know the fucking pricing of any of these. Well, apart from net impact, 50 pounds. They're asking to be last. 2XKO has Riot backing it. It does have Riot backing it, but I'm not sure if you guys have noticed. Riot's not a company that likes to take their time. Like, if something's not doing well in Riot games, it doesn't last very long. Like, for context, Riot has greenlit, shown products, released them, and killed them in the time that it's taken 2XKO to be developed. Like, I am worried. I am worried. Yikes. Yeah, do you guys know Legends of Runeterra? Do you guys remember Legends of Runeterra? It's gone. It's dead. They killed it. It's not dead, but, like, it's pretty gone. Do you guys remember Riot Forge? Riot what? Riot who? $200 skin? I am genuinely worried for 2XKO. It's a really exciting time to be a fighting game fan, especially a versus game fan. If you don't know, chat, I got my start in versus games. The first game I ever wanted to take seriously was BB Tag, and that didn't work out, so I started playing fighters. So this is a really exciting time for me, because I've not had a lot in a while. And if I'm going to be 100% honest, I wasn't necessarily feeling 2XKO that much. So I'm getting more things that might be more up my alley. What the best case scenario for this, and what may potentially happen, I don't want to cause a panic here. Best potential outcome, all of these games coexist. And they just work together. All of them. None of them devour each other. None of them do brutal moves that potentially gut any of the other ones. They all just work together. Do I think that's going to happen? No, but it could be what happened. Does not look good. I don't even think Nen not looking good is its problem. I think it is just... It's a very specific type of bullshit. Like, Nen Impact is like the bullshit that you play when you know that this is your bullshit. And no one's ever going to know that because it's 50 fucking pounds. Prices came at $50, right? The free other tag games. I hope that the Invincible game does well. Genuinely. The fact that it's a new development team that has unwittingly gotten itself into a very saturated market, I hope it does well. Like, if they thought the only thing they were going to have to deal with was 2XKO, I could have seen it being a close fight. Like, not even a bit. Like, 2v2 and a 3v3 game, I think those two could coexist, and I think they could be, like, bounce off each other quite well. But... oh my god, it's the Marvel game, dude. Like, fucking tag players go crazy for Marvel. Invincible versus won't be competing with other tag games that will take Injustice 3's market share. I do think it could appeal to that crowd quite a lot, especially because it's very bloody. It's very, very bloody. We have 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. When are we getting 1v1? I don't know! The never-before-seen format for fighting games. 0 versus 0. And I'm not talking the Mega Man character. Vine boom, vine boom, vine boom. Listen, all I'm saying, everyone's like, is 4v4 too much for a fighting game? What's next? 5v5. All I'm fucking saying, until we get 32 versus 32 and I can play the entire base roster on my team, we're not there yet. Keep increasing the number. Keep going up with the number, bro. Keep going up. I want grand finals to take 5 days. Keep going up.